You're live, it says to me on this screen. The screen says I'm live, therefore I must be. I must be alive to be live. Hello, everybody. Who do we got here? Hello, Travis Moody. Hello, White Vegeta. Hello, Matt. Hello, MCDJ ACDC. Hello, Beta Ray Bob. Hello, Sparkster and Eric and the Figure Six Pack and Joshua and Eric and Rob and Joshua again. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We made it to another Tuesday. I have stuff to... yes, I got a box in the P.O. box, and I just realized I did not remove the person's, the sender's address on here, and I did cut the tape to open the box so I could open it here on screen for you, but then I didn't... I usually try to remove the sender's personal information. People don't usually want their personal information sent out across the airways and the internet ways. Hello, Joe. Hey, it's Byron. Nice to see you. Yes, you're here finally. Hello, Chris. Hello, Lester. Hello, Big A Dave in Wilkinson Studios. I believe I saw Chris from Comic Tropes in here earlier. Hello, Comic Tropes. Nice to see you. Oh boy. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, Shane. Yes. How is everybody doing tonight? Hello, Dave Sharp. Hello, Marianne. How do you do? Thank you for being here. Thank you especially for being here. If not for Marianne, I might have a lot of gray hairs. Hello, Brenda and Christopher. And hey, Comic Tropes. I love the Hoodie Coco Show. Hoodie Coco Show. That's where Hoodie Coco shows the show. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for having a great show. I'm a big fan of Comic Tropes. Yes, hello, the Blue Libra and Isaac. I have a little bit of information, but it's Tuesday, so let's start out by saying hello, Dave E. Let's start out by saying hello, Dave E. and Brent. Okay, it's Tuesday. That means there is a new episode of Half the Battle. Timmer has a new episode up. His new episode is about the modern G.I. Joe Transformers crossover with the All-Striker that transforms into Bumblebee, which also has the retro O-Ring Stalker action figure. So he did a review of that. Make sure you check that out. I don't have that. So that's why it's good that Timmer has it, so that he can tell you all about it. Because I don't actually have that. I don't usually do the crossovers. You know, I don't usually get the Transformers crossovers. But Timmer does. Hello, Iconic Blood, and anybody else who showed up. Hello, hello, Stonegate Creations. So. This Sunday was my youngest daughter's birthday, her 16th birthday, very special birthday, and I think I've mentioned this. I think I've mentioned this. She's decided that she really likes Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She really likes the Ninja Turtles, and in particular, she likes Donatello. Okay, so for her birthday, I got her the Nicktoons Donatello action figure. She really liked that. I also got her a vintage, like the first version Playmates Donatello action figure. So she would have the classic. She would have the original. I wanted her to have the original for comparison purposes. Hello, WWJD85. Hey, it's Codename New2Vero2. Nice to see Codename New2Vero2 here. Always happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Yes, she's a Donatello fan. She even did a Donatello-shaped birthday cake that she made herself. This is leading to something. Yes, Comic Tropes is also a Donatello fan. Donatello, you think maybe he's the least popular turtle, but no, there's a groundswell. There's a grassroots movement, grassroots support for Donatello. But anyway, this is leading somewhere. I promise I have somewhere I'm going with this story. So I went to our local vintage toy mall, looked around for Donatello stuff, and other Ninja Turtles. I'd like to get her the rest of that series if I can. But they didn't have that. That's where I found the vintage one. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Joe Motion Videos 82, aka Byron. Thank you, Byron. Thank you very much. So I found some things, okay? The point is, I went in there and I found some classified stuff. I found Tomax and Zaymot, which I did not have. And while I was in there, a customer that was there recognized me from the show and said hi. That was really cool. So hello to that guy who said he really liked the show. So if you're watching, hello that guy. That was kind of cool. So yeah, I was just shopping and a dude recognizes me. That was really cool. So yeah, thank you. Shane always liked Raphael. My personal favorite was always Michelangelo, and I don't know why, because he doesn't fit my personality at all. But for some reason, I always gravitated toward Michelangelo. Byron, his kid brother, liked Donatello. Oh, thank you, Dave. Donnie is my fave since I discovered the turtle. See, Donatello has grassroots support. Maybe he's the tech guy, all right, but he can still fight. He's got bow staff skills, just like Napoleon Dynamite. He can fight. Mikey was my turtle. I can't really explain why, just for some reason. Maybe at the time I liked orange or something. But yes, Donatello, very popular turtle. But yes, I found these. I found Tomax and Zaymot. Now, this has been pointed out before by other people, but I wanted to point this out. So this is the G.I. Joe Classified Series Tomax and Zaymot, the Crimson Twins, the Crimson Guard Commanders. And they are number 44 and 45 in the series. Also, if you put their boxes together... the boxes form a whole picture with both of the twins and the Cobra emblem. But it's been pointed out before, and this is going to bother some people who are OCD, right? But in order to put them on the shelf, with the matching box ends, you have to put them out of order. You have to put 45 before 44 in order to match them up graphically. That's odd. That's a little. I'm not really clear on that design choice, but yes, this may bother you. If you put them in numerical order on the shelf, then the boxes don't match up. So, chew on that. Hello, JLS Comics. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. JLS Comics also has a really great show. And hello, JoeFan84. Nice to see you as well. The only uncool turtle is Venus de Milo. All right, yeah, we're there was that series. Yes, I'm familiar with that. That's a little after my era. I wasn't really into the turtles, but I've heard tell of the Venus de Milo turtle. Yeah. Oh, hello, Ryan Sweeney. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. And somebody snuck in here. Hello, Terrence. I think somebody snuck in here that I didn't say hi to. But hello, Ratface. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah, so anyway, so I got these. Also, I got a box from the P.O. Box, which I'm going to open now. I'm going to go ahead and open this because so the person who sent it mentioned last week that he was sending it. Hello, Ken now says flea market this weekend at the Expo Square. Okay, cool. I might be able to make it. I'm actually going on an antique store run in Guthrie this weekend, but I may be back in time. To check out the flea market at the Expo Square. So the Expo Square, for those of you who don't know, there's no reason why you should know, but it's a big exposition building out at the fairgrounds in my town. And they have events, including flea markets, and I've found some cool stuff at that before. So yeah, I'll check that out. So I'm going to open this. So thank you to the person who sent this. I'm going to open the box that I cut open from the P.O. Box. I am opening said box. I see that there is, in fact, a piece of cardboard on there. Wise, very smart, doing a little extra packing material. There is some bubble wrap, and this is classified size, and I just opened it upside down. Oh, there's a note. It says, belated Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Okay to read card aloud during the live stream. I have permission to read this aloud during the live stream. So I'm opening the card. Thank you for the card, and I have permission to read the card during the live stream. This says on the front, it says bringing you a Christmas wish. And we will see what it says on the inside. Wow, that is filthy. This is just a string of profanity from top to bottom. That is disgusting. How do you live with yourself? I'm just kidding. It's fine. I'll read it. I'll read it aloud. It says, this was supposed to go out in time for Christmas, but things came up. I understand. I truly, truly understand. I hope you didn't already have it. Thanks for your vids and the live streams as well. I really did enjoy the 4th of July live stream. Thank you. Me too. And yes, we are all very mature, super mature. Yeah, this is why I like all you guys. We're mature and highbrow. Mature and very, very highbrow audience. I'm a caregiver for my dad, and he was going through chemo over the summer, so the 4th of July live stream provided some much needed levity. I know someone who went through that not long ago, so my sympathy for your dad. I hope that he is doing better now. I hope both of you are doing better now. I tune in live on Tuesdays when I can. Y'all see me as the Blue Libra. Okay, the Blue Libra. I said hello to the Hello, Blue Libra, in the chats. Wishing you the very best 2023. David, thank you very much for this. This was awesome. And I can show you what it is. And it fits with the theme. It is Tiger Force Outback. This is classified Tiger Force Stewart Outback Selkirk. Check this out. Okay, so, and it just so happens that over there, I did happen to pick this up at Target because I went into Target for the first time in ages. So I did pick up a Tiger Force Outback, but this is fantastic. What this means is I will review said Tiger Force Outback, and I will keep the other one sealed. But this one is a gift, and I don't want to keep this sealed. I want to open this. In fact, I'm going to open this right now. I'm going to open this special from the Blue Libra right now, because apparently we're doing a classified themed show. I decided, since I found classified, we were going to do a classified themed show, and then the Blue Libra psychically, through psychic processes and using the Force, sent a classified figure. So I've been really curious about this. let me, as I open this, yes, Marianne states chemo is rough. Hope he beat the beast. Me too. Yes, that's a very challenging thing to go through. It truly is. I'm going to open this. I'm actually going to take this out. The Blue Libra says Dad is in remission, doing better. That's great. That's fantastic. I'm really happy to hear that. And please express that from me to him, that we're very glad that he's doing better. And thank you. I really hope that both of you are doing better. That's got to be very tough for the family as well. So that I'm very happy to hear that. I'm opening your Outback here. As I open this, and I'll try not to crinkle the plastic near the microphone. So I'll open that, and it has the Tiger Force logo in the background. As I pull this out, let's talk a little bit about Outback. Hang on. I'm sorry, I got a text from my daughter who says, tell your fans that she likes the Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures, so they'll get some for you. Now look, I can't exploit my fans like that. I can't exploit them like that. So I will get the child her Ninja Turtle toys. But let's talk about Outback. So we in the United States know Outback as the survivalist character from 1987. He had a white T-shirt that had the word survival on it, and he had red hair, very much resembling Chuck Norris. Very similar, probably trying to evoke the look of Chuck Norris. And then in 1988, Hasbro released the Tiger Force series of figures, which were basically repainted figures from earlier years. But Outback was not included. Outback was not included in Tiger Force in the United States. However, in Europe and in other parts of the world, there was a Tiger Force Outback. And that Tiger Force Outback, instead of wearing a white T-shirt and having red hair, he had an orange T-shirt with a tiger graphic on it, the Tony the Tiger shirt. And instead of having red hair, he had white hair. So he looks like old Chuck Norris. Hey, Brandon Knight, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Always nice to see Brandon Knight here. I'm opening a classified figure here. Hello, Johnny G. Does it come with a detachable MX99 flashlight? That's a good question. I'm about to find out. I'm taking the bits and pieces out as we speak. We've got an entrenching tool here. We've got a knife and a submachine gun with a magazine, removable magazine. We have a pistol, kind of a... Okay, now the pistol is interesting. It's sort of futuristic looking, but it looks like it has like maybe an under-the-barrel laser sight there, and it has some wrapping around the grip. That's a nice touch. I do like that. That's cool. And then, last but not least, we have his flashlight. The rather notorious accessory on the vintage figure, the often lost flashlight. So yeah, let's put this guy together and let's talk about him. So even though we in the United States did not get a Tiger Force Outback, and I apologize, when I'm talking, I totally lose track of the live chat. I apologize for that. Hello, Alec. Nice to see you. Somebody that got a G.I. Joe in late 86, I'm glad that subgroups like Tiger Force happened. I wouldn't have Duke or Dragonfly otherwise. Absolutely, Alec. And I will point it out that even though I got into G.I. Joe earlier than that, By the time Tiger Force Duke and it came out, my original Duke action figure was long gone. It was either lost or broken. So I would not have had a Duke after that point if I hadn't got the Tiger Force Duke. Now, I did always find it odd that Tiger Force Duke had brown hair instead of blonde. He changed hair colors. I dropped the backpack. Hold on, I'm fetching it. It went under the table. Hold on. Okay, got it. I got it. Okay, all right. We didn't lose anything. We're good. So yeah, the is it supposed to go through that? Let me see. Let me try. Anyway, so yes, the Tiger Force figures were useful for replacing stuff that you lost, or broke, So it absolutely was useful for that. And I used it for that purpose as well. I think I got Tiger Force Duke and Roadblock because I liked those figures when they first came out, but we played with them often outside. So yeah, of course we tended to lose them or lose pieces off of them. Okay, so we got the entrenching tool there. Now, the entrenching tool probably should go the other way around, but I'm putting on this way just because there's more detail on that side and it just looks nicer. Yes, Hasbro had a habit of changing the hair color of figures on their reissued versions. Same thing happened to Hawk. Remember, Hawk had blonde hair. Very blonde, like canary yellow hair. Until version 2, when he suddenly had brown hair. And completely different facial features. Of course, version 1 used the same head as Short Fuse, even the hair color. Oh, thank you, Dave. In Spain, Outback was called Jungla, and which means jungle. Okay, see, that makes sense. Because he's kind of a jungle trooper. He's supposedly a survivalist, but he survives in the wilderness, lives off the land, so to speak. Okay, so the backpack I'm gonna have to be careful with. Backpack must be careful with. So hold on a second. Okay, so I got the knife in there. I got that and that and that. Okay. So there's another peg on the backpack, and I think the submachine gun will go on it. Hang on. I will say this, and it's not this figure in particular, but sometimes these classified backpacks do not fit on great. But all right, here we go. Here is Tiger Force Outback, all geared up. So if you're outside of the United States, this may be your primary Outback figure. This may be how you remember Outback far more than the one that we got in the U.S. So there we go. So I'll get this guy in front of an HD camera in the near future. But yeah, so we've got some features from the original. We have the survival knife. We have the flashlight. We've got a pistol on this side. So the original figure had like the belt and straps for the backpack as a separate piece. This does as well. It has a submachine gun that's definitely an homage to the original. It's not identical, but it's similar. It's got the strap, the rather notorious strap that the original figure had, the one that would break off because it was positioned in a way where you couldn't put the weapon in the figure's hand without bending the strap. So hey, this is interesting. So I'm actually going to take the backpack off because I can tell it's going to fall off again. So I'll just set that aside. But aside from that, I do have a Tiger Force Outback. Oh, thank you, Dave. First time I saw Tiger Force Outback was in the 30th anniversary cards. That's cool. Yeah. So if you're outside of the United States, this is probably what Outback looks like to you. Now, if you, I should ask Timmer if he owned Tiger Force Outback. I will ask him. I think he did. I think so. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm pretty sure. Timmer has about everything, at least as far as the action figures go. Timmer has more or less a complete collection of the vintage line, whereas I still have some holes in my collection. So, Timmer is definitely one up on me there. So, yeah. Now, if you are wanting an Outback in the standard version 1 colors, no doubt we will get that. They have been releasing the Tiger Force versions of some characters before, the standard deco. But, yeah, so that's probably what we've got here. This is the Tiger Force version. We'll get the regular version at some point in the future. But, yeah, so he definitely looks like grumpy old man. He's grumpy old mountain man. So yeah, this is awesome. This is really interesting. He has the camouflage on these classified figures can be a bit subtle, but he does have a camouflage pattern on his trousers. So yeah. Oh no notifications. Damn you, YouTube, for not showing notifications. But I'm glad you're here. Thanks, Raymond. I'm glad you made it anyway, at least. So I'm surrounded by classified figures here. I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I've been contemplating, right? I do that from time to time. Yes, it is painful. But I've been contemplating. I'm a vintage guy. I still am. I've picked up some classified figures. I've decided not to be a completist as far as classified goes. Hello, Rob Irizarry. Nice to see an Irizarry here. Gray Fox, you can pre-order regular Outback. He was put up for order in October. Yes. So, yeah, and a lot of you are probably wanting to see the standard Outback, Steve from Joburg piqued my interest in vintage Tiger Force Outback, which is an expensive figure now. Absolutely. Classified is a cool version. The original Outback is in Classified is on pre-order on BBTS. Absolutely. So, yeah, you can, if you want the original deco, you can get that, or it's coming at least in the future, in the not too distant future. It's coming, but in the meantime, this is a nice homage to a figure that is kind of rare in the United States. To a lot of the audience for this, not everybody would get the reference. Would get it that this is an homage to a rare vintage figure, a rare international vintage figure. But I do like that the G.I. Joe brand team will do these little nods sometimes, these little nods and winks at the fans, with stuff that, that not everybody will get, that it's really kind of for a specific audience. Thank you, JoeFan84. It sure is hard to watch you and run/close this store at the same time. Okay. You try your best. Good job trying your best. I'll just come down to, what I should do the show from the store. I should do the show from the store. That way you don't have to do both at the same time. I'll be there next week. Just watch for me. I don't know where your store is, but somehow I'll find it. I'll do the show from there. I shouldn't promise that. I have no idea where you are. Yeah, I do like that there are these little nods to the fans, who have been around a little while and know something about the history of the toy line. I do like that. And overall, I do like the classified series. I still prefer vintage. And speaking of which, I got some vintage stuff out of the storage boxes so I could start reviewing again. Joe Fan is in BFE, Alabama. I've been there, but I've been playing around with some vintage stuff so that I can do some reviews of the vintage stuff. And it just reminded me how much I really enjoy the vintage toys. I still like these, and I'm enjoying this series. But this series it has a different purpose. It's not really, sorry, the cat's over here. Hey bud, he's desperate to be on the show. Come here. You can be on the show. It serves a different purpose. The vintage figures, they were made for kids at the time, and they were made to be played with, and we collect them now, and we're all of the accessories and the condition, the packaging, the file cards, that's all important to us now. But that's not what they were made for. They weren't made for that purpose. These, however, are made to be collected. They are very well articulated. They've got tons of detail. They've got tons of accessories. They're hyper detailed. They're also, kind of a higher price point than what you would expect for something that's intended to be played with. But that's what they're designed for. They're designed to be collected, which is fine. That's fine. So I see I'm feeding the YouTube algorithms right now. See, if I have a cat in the show, YouTube automatically likes me more. Yeah, this is how you become YouTube famous. You get a cat. Have any of you ever wondered why you are not YouTube famous? Do you have a cat? Has said cat appeared on your show? All right, so that's enough. The algorithm is happy now. The algorithm is happy. Hang on, I'm gonna put. Let me see if I can stand Outback up on Tomax and Zaymot so he can. Here, this will work. This will totally work. There we go. Toy versus adult collectible. Yeah, exactly, Sean. And that's fine. It's fine for what it is. It's fine for what it is. You just kind of have to go into it with the understanding that that's what it is, if you get vehicles, there won't be very many, and they'll tend to be expensive. The figures themselves will be kind of pricey. They're making enough for all of us to get them if we want them, but they're not going to make them in the same numbers that they made the vintage figures when, in the heyday, when they were selling millions of them at a time. Obituary Bob says, if I added cat videos to my channel, I will get over 16 subscribers. Absolutely. If you add a cat to your channel, you may get 17 subscribers. That's when everything goes wild. This is my problem. This is the problem I had before, is that I didn't have a cat, That's what I was missing. I was missing a cat. Wait, a Tiger Force figure, and we haven't heard your flawless Tiger King impression yet. I'll have to practice the Tiger King impression. Well, it was. This one was free. These, I had to pay. These were not too expensive, not scalper prices. These were just barely more than what I would have paid for at retail, but I did buy them both at the same time, so I may never financially recover from this. So that's my Tiger King impression. But yeah, and I know some folks are classified completists. I can't do that. First of all, I don't want all of them. There's some that I'm just not interested in. And some are just difficult to get my hands on. Like the the cat is clawing at the blinds. Well, yeah, it's fine. I don't think he can hurt that. It's fine. Anyway, yeah, cats. Anyway, well, oh yeah. So some of them are difficult to find. When the first wave of Target exclusive figures came out, that Cobra Island set, I went to a whole bunch of Targets and I got all of them, and it was really annoying. You know what I mean? It was just like a bunch of running from one Target to another really early in the morning to try to beat everybody else to get the one or two figures that might be on the pegs. That's just not my kind of collecting. That's not my kind of toy chasing. So, I mean, occasionally I will still find something in the wild, but like a lot of people, it's just been easier to order the figures online, you know? So I mean, I've done that, but I mean, that's not really my style of toy chasing either, you know? I just realized, is this an action figure of me? Is this my likeness? I hold on. I just had a revelation. I think I have my own selfie series figure. It's my own selfie series figure that actually looks like me. I mean, I rarely ever wear a blue bandana, but my beard has been that long before. It's like looking into a mirror. I mean, look, I'm no law scientist, but I mean, I think they're profiting off of my likeness here. I'm a little shaken. Now he, of course, you're gonna say, no, he's not wearing glasses, but look, I don't usually wear glasses either. These are reading glasses so that I can read what you guys are saying here. All right, but I like if he were reading. Look how old he is. If he were, you know, he would be wearing glasses if he were reading. You also know he probably doesn't read very much. You know, it's probably not a big reader. But yeah, you know, he needs some help. You know, reading small print. So, it's me. It's all right. Well, all right. Look, whatever else I had planned for the show is canceled. Okay, whatever else I had planned for the show canceled because it's just occurred to me that Hasbro has made an action figure of me, and it doesn't. Hold on, let me see. That's the wrong box. It's Stuart Selkirk is the character's name. It says attention something in French. Comic Tropes sends a super chat, a blue bandana and a Tiger Force shirt, and you could cosplay at this year's Joe Fest. I absolutely could, and I may do it. Or is Outback cosplaying as me? Probably. But what I'm seeing on here, despite the fine print, I don't see my name anywhere on here. Look, I don't read French, but does any of that say, you know, this is an action figure of Hooded Cobra Commander 788? Anybody else read French? Tell me if any of this says HCC788 or anything of the like. I don't know. But anyway, so what shall we do about this? I don't know. What do you think? Look, he's like all his face is all old and grizzled too, just like mine. Look, if he wasn't wearing this blue bandana, he'd have all these lines across his forehead. You know he would. Comic Trope says, you're so jacked, you may have to slim down a little. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. He's also a body double. Check that out. He's got the exact same physique that I have. Look at that. It's like me. It is me. Let's face it. It's me. So yes, I'll just roll with it. And we'll see how, if we need to have some communications with Hasbro about this action figure that's more or less identical to me. You're Outback and you have been brainwashed all these years. Yes, Greek Viper. You're onto it. My eyes have been opened. What was I saying? I have no idea. I'm totally I was thinking of opening Tomax and Zaymot here, but they're gonna have to wait. We're not doing that. We're on to Outback here. What was I saying about Outback? See, here's the thing. I don't have red hair, and I never have. So I've never been a ginger. I've been with a Marianne, but I've never been a ginger. The other standard deco Outback has red hair. If they had released that one first, then that would not have looked like me, right? Because it wouldn't look. Oh, hello, Action Fuzz. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Yes, I'll save the twins for later. Look, we're on to important issues right now. This is like life-changing, earth-shattering issues. Okay, so the red hair version would not have looked like me, but instead they issued the white hair version first. Now I will admit this. The vintage Outback was from Europe, and I am in fact not European. I'm not from Europe. Tom says you have a soul. Do I? Are you sure? Have you seen it? Do you want it? How much will you pay for it? It's up for sale. I'm like, if they had released the red hair version first, then we'd say, oh, this is just a recolored version of that guy. But no, they released this one first, which means this one got in my hands first, and this means this one is the one that I realized that they've made an action figure of me. His hair is a little longer right now, but my hair gets that long. If my hair was that long, if I didn't get a haircut for, I don't know, a month or so, that's exactly what I'd look like. Okay, so here's what I'll do for Joe Fest. I'm gonna go to Joe Fest cosplaying as Outback, cosplaying as me. So it's gonna do the whole loop. Sparkster says, do you still have the box your soul came in? Yeah, if you keep those in the packaging, they retain their value more. So yeah, just don't take them out. They're more valuable on the resale market. Michael says, I'm from Europe though. Yeah, so see, we got a Europe. Yeah, see, Marianne, my actual girlfriend is in the chat, and I made the joke. So yes, Michael Mitchell is from Europe. Do you have a soul though? That's the new question that's on everybody's mind. Do you have a soul, and how much will you take for it? Maybe. Maybe so, Michael. That's possible. I'm getting it back in installments. Action Figure says, I wanting them to make a figure of me since I was 7. Consider yourself lucky. You know what? But see, here's the thing. They have the selfie series the selfie series, in which you can get an action figure that looks vaguely like you. So there's that. There's that. So anyway, yes, there's yeah, he's just here looking at me. Here, there, he won't stop staring at me. So yeah. Okay, Marianne has to go. Thank you for being here, Marianne. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Oh my goodness, I still have 15 minutes left to go, and the show is totally a shambles. The show has totally gone off the rails. Good night, Marianne. Thank you very much for being here. I will see you soon in the near future. Steel Brigade was the closest we got. Steel Brigade was, an action figure of you joining the G.I. Joe team. It's just that you happened to wear a helmet and a uniform that covered every square inch of your body. So, but hey, you never know. Maybe your head actually looks like a helmet. If your head actually looks like a helmet, then Steel Brigade does look just like you. Comic Trope says Outback Good Money Outback looks more like you than a selfie series. And by Outback, I mean the Subaru SUV, yes. I wasn't wanting to tell everybody. I was trying to keep this, to myself, but I do actually turn into a Subaru Outback SUV, when exposed. Have you ever seen that show? I think it was called Turbo Teen or something like that. It was about a teenage boy that turned into a car. I'm sad to say that I have the same affliction. It's genetic. My mother was a car. Dave says, don't forget, create a Cobra. Create a Cobra. You could be a Cobra guy. You could join Cobra. The bad guys. You could be a terrorist in the official G.I. Joe toy line. And once again, your entire head is covered with a helmet. Your entire body is covered with a uniform. Joe Motion Video says he needs steak now. Hey, does this mean I own the Outback Steakhouse? Does that mean that? I don't know. I don't know laws and such. Yeah, Turbo Teen. Thank you, the Killer Weezer. Yeah, see, Turbo Teen. I have the same thing, the same affliction. See, my mother was a car, and then every time I take a shower, look, this makes it very difficult, by the way. I need a very large shower, but every time I take a shower, I transform into a Subaru Outback. It's not something I would wish on anyone. He says, this is not the selfie figure of yourself. These are not the droids you're looking for. Yes. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't make fun of the selfie series because I didn't actually get one. I did it. I thought about it. I just never got around to. I was going to. I just never got around to it. And, I don't like to criticize things when I don't actually have it in my hands. Because many times I have thought that I would dislike something until I actually got it, and I ended up liking it. That's happened lots of times. In fact, that happened with the classified figures. I did not think I would like them. I didn't have any interest in 6-inch action figures until I actually got them, and I was rather impressed. I liked them very much. Michael says Tim released a video today talking about the Bumblebee All-Striker figure with Stalker driver free. Yes, I did. Yes, he did. And I did announce that at the top of the show. It is Tuesday. That means there is a new episode of Half the Battle with Timmer. So do check that out. He did the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. I don't usually do the crossovers, but the mashup of the All-Striker and Bumblebee, and he raised some of the same questions that many of us have about that, but I think we're pretty confident that the reason they chose Bumblebee as the transformation is because of the popularity of Bumblebee. But yes. That's I've totally lost my train of thought. I'm completely. I'm staring at myself right here. This is crazy. But anyway, yeah, I've got to keep talking for another few minutes because it's not time to end the show yet, and I'm flustered. I'm a little flabbergasted. And thank you to the Blue Libra, by the way, for sponsoring this moment. This moment brought to you by the Blue Libra. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Who got in here? AZ Cafe Moto. Hello. How do you do? I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you when you came in. Did anybody else sneak in that I didn't say hi to? Did I say hi to Sean Beckett? I hope I did. Your mother was a car. My pappy was a pistol. Son of a gun. So, like, none of us are probably old enough to remember the show My Mother the Car with Jerry Van Dyke. That's something that exists. Probably not something really worth going back and looking up and watching, but it is something that exists. My Mother the Car. So I assume that's how the Turbo Teen thing came about. It's genetics, you know. His mother was a car. So he's part-time. He's not 100% whole a car because his father obviously was not a car. So he's half car, right? He's half car, which is why he's not a car all the time. He's all right. Yeah, I really probably shouldn't be thinking about how a person and a car get together and do the special hug that makes a baby car. But I've got a couple ideas of how that works. I'll try to draw a picture for you guys later. How I think the mother the car and the father the person conceived Turbo Teen. I got some ideas. I'll draw a picture. I'll draw a map for you guys later. But anyway, it's something to think about. This is what I do for you on this show. I give you things to think about. I have to give you things to think about. I mean, how does My Mother the Car happen? You know, how's that happen? I blame Outback for this tangent. I blame Outback for this tangent, and consequently, I blame the Blue Libra for this tangent. Sponsored by and blame goes to the Blue Libra for allowing this moment, this classic moment. This will be a classic moment, won't it? Are all cars female? I think so. Stand up, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna get demonetized. That's just gonna happen. It's bound to happen. Transformers Sea Spray / G.I. Joe Whale. I would be tempted. Because I am such a big fan of the Killer Whale. I don't usually do the crossovers, but yeah, I would be tempted. I would be. Yes. I thought Turbo Teen was bitten by a radioactive car. Yeah, that had to be something like that. That's it. Perfect. Good. There was one thing that I did want to talk about before we wrap up. I am still trying to work on the getting back to reviews. I know I've said that for several weeks now, but I really mean it. I mentioned last week that I was encumbered by the fact that I didn't realize that the vehicle I was going to do was missing a part, and the figure I was going to do was missing the file card. However, I have since then acquired the file card, and I'm getting the part for the vehicle, so I'm going to review both of those guys. Axel Foley. Where car? Yes, he's turns into a car at the full moon. That's why he's got the moon roof. The same could be said of Kit. See, lots of famous cars that have actual personalities. Lots of talking cars out there, let's not forget Herbie the Love Bug. Let's not forget Herbie. No forgetting Herbie now. So yeah, lots of cars, lots of self-aware, sentient cars out there in the lore. Thank you, Jack. I will keep it up. Some people probably wish that I wouldn't, but I will keep it up because Jack said so. People will be like, hey, don't keep that up. And I'll be like, no. Jack said to keep it up, and I'm going to. I'm going on. Anyway, so yes, I did want to say that. I have 2 scripts partially written, and I've acquired the file card that I was missing, and I'm acquiring the part that I was missing. So we'll get both of those rolling, and we'll get some real reviews coming soon. Thank you all for your patience. It's just been a really hectic time over the last, 5 months or so. It's been really hectic. I don't want to go into the details, but it's been really hectic. It's starting to iron out. It's starting to level out. I really mean that. It really is. So we're Christine. See, another one. Some cars are dangerous. Some you have to watch out for. But yes. But I've been really wanting to get back to reviews. That's been like one of my goals over the last few months is I really want to get back to reviews. I have ideas. I know what I want to do. I want to get them going. Plus, I've been away from reviews for a little while, and I have to get back into the routine. There are lots of little things about doing a video review that, they kind of become naturally after you've done them for a while. They become a habit. But if you haven't done them for a while, you kind of work your way through that. All these little things about editing, about shooting, about lighting, about audio, about all these things that become second nature when you do it every week. When you don't do it every week, you gotta remember how to do everything. So I want to get back into that. I want to get back into doing regular reviews. Thank you, Raymond. Very much appreciated. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all you. I appreciate the Blue Libra. I appreciate Outback here. And thank you all for being here. We are down to 4 minutes. 4 minutes, and I will close the show on time tonight because, several reasons. First of all, my voice will give out if I keep going. Second of all, I haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to eat. I'm going to consume mass quantities. Comitrope says we need a Rocky montage. Are you getting ready to review again? Yes, that's it. I'll do some one-handed push-up. Look, with a physique like this, I can do some one-arm push-ups, right? I can do that, just like Rocky. And this. Look at this. You can tell this guy has consumed a few raw eggs. This guy has a regular raw egg diet. Yeah, you know it. So yeah, we'll work on the montage. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Yes, I will eat like the Coneheads. I will consume mass quantities. But yes, I do need to wrap it up. I got 3 minutes. What shall I do for 3 minutes? What could one do in 3 minutes? One could sing a Ramones song. Those usually went about 3 minutes. One could boil an egg, a 3-minute egg. It probably soft boiled. Eggs in fiberglass. So yeah, there are some things that we can do in 3 minutes. Now 2 minutes. Now 2 minutes. We can, I decided to wear the bazooka jersey in honor of the terrible season the New England Patriots had this year. Did not make the playoffs. Pretty abysmal. A good defense, very good defense. Offense, not so much. Terrible season. Not the worst. We had a pretty bad season back when we had Cam Newton as the quarterback. That was a failed experiment. But still, regressed. We've regressed from last year. But that's okay. That's okay. I have supported the team through thick, and I will support the team through thin. I got the tattoo. I'm not gonna remove this, okay? I'm not getting laser tattoo removal just because we didn't win. Oh, thank you thank you, Not Enough Productions TMNT Fund. That's awesome. Thank you very much for the TMNT Fund. That's it actually will go to TMNT. She wants more Ninja Turtles. I don't know where or when she got connected with Ninja Turtles. I don't do a whole lot of Ninja Turtles here, but she likes Ninja Turtles. That's okay. That's good. That's good. The Giants are still playing. The Giants... Hey, I made a bet, and I won lunch on that Giants game. I had no interest whatsoever in the Giants, but I picked them anyway, and I got lunch. I got a free lunch out of it. Yes, the Giants are still going. Still going. The Vikings, sorry to say, they're gone. Yeah, don't you find it? I thought it was kind of funny that Brett Favre, somebody who had an addiction to Vicodin, ended up playing on a team called the Vikes. That's kind of funny. Oh, but it's 8:00. It's time. It's time for me to wrap up. I'm gonna have dinner. I'm going to collapse in my bed and sleep for about 8 years. But I'll be back next week. Thank you, Codename New2Vera2. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Comic Tropes. Thank you, Beta Ray Bob. Thank you, Stone Grove. Thank you, everyone. And thank you also for the selfie figure here. I will see you all next week. I will see you soon with an actual review video. And until then, remember... only G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe, unless G.I. Joe is me. All right, good night, everybody. I'll see you later.